3, 2, 1. Well, I'll start him and then I'll sink him. So,
Go.
go. Oh shit. Alright, so both players going towards their Klungo cutscene skip, the skip that allows them to skip the Klungo cutscene. And both of them get it first try. Well, I guess you only really have one try. Either way, Oxylin's going to be the first one to make it to his shoes. Oxylin has a natural disadvantage in this category to Znernicus, as he will be doing the old any percent route instead of the newer, more improved one. Just due to version differences, you cannot plateau early on PAL. Oxylin starting off with Green Potion Klungo. That's going to put him in a little bit of a lead in the start of the run. Znernicus gets a Blue Potion. Yeah, no plateau early, no detonator levitation. No fun. Ooh, Znernicus taking... Oh no, he shoots the wrong clone. He tries to go for a shot, but the clone just runs directly in the way of his egg shot. Znernicus, or Oxylin, going to be taking an early lead in this race. Yeah, oh my goodness, getting hit by the clone as well. So yeah, Znernicus not having a super great Klungo 1 race, or Klungo 1 attempt. In the end, it's not a whole big difference this early, but you never know. So immediately the route splits. Oxylin's going to be running directly to Jiggy Wiggy's temple instead of grabbing the treble clef. So the routes will sync up later on after Witchy World. Right now Znernicus is about 24-25 seconds behind. So see if he can catch that up. Znernicus is going to be doing a much harder route than Oxylin. The old route definitely didn't do a whole lot of hard stuff. It was quite a boring route, actually. Znernicus trying to go for the extra health, but gets nailed by the Grunny Dactyl on his way, having to go for the other one. Also, sorry if the audio is a little bit quiet. Here, let me see if I can boost it up a little. There you go. Does that sound better to you guys? I cranked up the volume on my computer just a little bit. Alright, so Oxylin gonna be running through to grab his goggles now. Znernicus gonna be doing the same. Oxylin gets to skip the King Jingling, the Jiggy Wiggy text going into Wooded Hollow, because you can actually do that on the PAL version. Saving 4 seconds over Znernicus. Ooh, Znernicus gets the text from Specky, though. Alright, here we go. First puzzle of the run, the MT puzzle for Oxylin. Znernicus isn't going to be doing this puzzle for quite some time now, but When he gets to it, we'll have to remember what time he got. So we got an 89 MT puzzle out of Oxylin. Znernicus makes it halfway to King Jiggy. Keep wanting to say jingling. Makes it halfway to King, not King, to Jiggy Wiggy. Makes it halfway to Jiggy Wiggy, and then decides, you know what, I'm actually going to go to GGM instead. Znernicus having a little bit of trouble with his GGM early. Just a little bit. Goes forward a little too much. Luckily for Oxylin, he's not going to have to do GGM early. And he makes it in. So Znernicus going to be making his way around GGM in just a sec. At this point, it's impossible to tell who's ahead, so I'm just going to keep the audio on Oxylin for now, just so I don't have to keep switching it up. So Znernicus having a pretty good run through GGM. The routes sync up, warping to Plateau. Going into Plateau to enter Clifftop. Or I guess more accurately, I guess it would sync on the reset in Witchy World. Can't remember if you get the Treble Clef after that. I guess it doesn't really matter. But that's when I used to grab the Treble Clef when I did old any percent route. Was right before going to Clifftop. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, it wouldn't be the reset. I was thinking like, you know, resetting into Spiral Mountain. But it would be the reset on the Switch in the new route syncs up with the reset on the JRL puzzle in the old route, right? So we'll see if these players can sync just there. Either way, Znernicus now on his way to go do Detonator Levitation. Meanwhile, Oxylin is... Ooh, I thought he was going to miss the sign trigger there. So close, so very close. Oxylin going to be summoning the Golden Goliath, the Invocator. I guess that would be summon. Either way. Znernicus going through his fuel depot. And now on to Detonator Levitation. Ooh, didn't quite hit the B button. Ooh, failed Detonator Levitation once. Makes it on the second try. Technically the third attempt. but second attempted detonation. Alright, Oxylin reset out of Mayhem Temple and he's ready to go back. With the Golden Goliath, you can kick open the door, so Jade Snake Grove early isn't a thing. Oxylin makes it to his white Jinjo, bonkless. Meanwhile, Znernicus on his way to go do the Generator Cavern / Power Hut Basement duo. Znernicus gets the re-grab on the ladder. Something I know I'm particularly bad at. Ooh, and Oxylin slides down the slope. Luckily the Sput can't really aggro from that far away. Ooh, steps on the vines when turning around. Waking up the snake is costly. And there we go. Grab the Jiggy, and now it's time to just Death Warp. Can't use grenades because he doesn't have grenades yet. It's always in races that the terrible things happen. Completely agree. I like your split names for MT as well. Golden Boy and Sneck. Alright, so instead of turning around, Flight's opting to take a second trip on the flight pad. Ooh, lands inside the little barn area. Znernicus with a really nice shot to the fire switch. Yeah. You don't really run that low on eggs. Just Oxylin's been using a lot of eggs. Up until that point, you only really need eggs for Klungo and flies. I mean, in Hag 1, you have literally forever to collect all the egg nests you could ever hope for. Alright, Oxylin taking his death now. No, you don't do prison compound in the old route. Alright, Znernicus starting his MT puzzle now. Let's see if he can do better than Oxylin's 89. Yeah. Got a really nice puzzle split up on that one from Znernicus. This puzzle from Oxylin is something else. Alright, Oxylin finishing his GGM puzzle with an 81. I mean, puzzles are difficult. Alright, so Oxylin just has one more puzzle left to do. He's not going to do 3 puzzles because he doesn't have the Jiggies for it. Because he still needs to collect some Jiggies in Witchy World. So he's going to be opening up Witchy World and then heading on over to Glitter Gulch Mine. Whereas Znernicus is already done with Glitter Gulch Mine, and he still has to start his Mayhem Temple. That is 100% true, Znernicus. The acceleration on the hand is really stupid. And the worst thing about it is that it happens randomly. Good Jade Snake Grove early from Znernicus. Also getting the white Jinjo and Jade Snake Grove. What are the odds that we've seen so many in so many races? Alright, so now it's Znernicus' turn to take on the snake. Will he wake it up, is the question on everybody's mind here as he approaches the top of the pyramid. And he does not. Good, a little bit of a slow beak bomb down from Znernicus, but still makes it just fine. He had just the right height to not crash land. Alright, so now we have Oxylin doing his GGM run, but he forgot to hit the switch. I don't know if he realized that. Oh, you do it later? Okay. I'm not used to this route of collecting the notes and then doing Bill Drill and then grabbing the Jinjo. This is an interesting GGM route. I'm sure I've seen it in every other race. Oh, right. This is because Oxylin doesn't do pillars. Right. This is the pillarless POW route. Right, pillars would be harder on PAL. That's right. I mean, skipping pillars and doing generator cavern isn't a huge time loss. Conditioner used to do that too. Alright, Znernicus finishing up his prison code, or prison compound. I actually entirely missed the codes. I was trying to figure out what Oxylin was doing on his side. Oh, third try. Yeah, third try code is definitely terrible. Alright, now it's time for Znernicus to do pillars. Znernicus getting his pillars first try. Oh man, I can hear my landlord's dog whining above my head. That is quite loud. Both runners slowly swimming at the same time. I am such excite. Alright, Znernicus done with his Mayhem Temple. Oxylin just going to set up his DCW now. Takes the scenic route into Wumba's tent. Up and down the slope to work out those legs. The thing about the old route that a lot of people find boring is that you don't do a whole lot in it. Like, the new route has stuff like, it has GGM early, it has Jade Snake Grove early, it has all these cool beak bombs and MT, you have action this and action that and whatever, but the old any percent route is just kind of a lot of running around, which isn't very exciting to do. I mean, Plateau early isn't even that exciting. But it's just like, I don't know. Like, when I was getting ready to run any percent at GDQ, I was like practicing with Cole, like trying to figure out some dumb, hard thing I could do to show off to make it seem more interesting. And then Cole found GGM early. And it was like, okay, never mind. We have a month to reroute the category. Alright. So Oxylin is now done with GGM. So Znernicus still has to do the Witchy World puzzle and the JRL puzzle. But Oxylin has already done the Witchy World puzzle, and so while Znernicus is doing that, he's going to go to Witchy World, and he's going to get a bunch of extra jiggies and stuff. No, the old route doesn't do the slope fire shot, because by that point in the time, or in that point in the game, you have a game. Alright, so unfortunately the Jiggies that Oxylin has to get in Witchy World are a little on the slower side. The Jiggies he's going to get are the Cactus of Strength Jiggy, Dive of Death, and the last Yellow Jinjo. And that's going to give him the last 3 Jiggies he needs to do the JRL puzzle, which Znernicus is about to start right now. So now is the point where their puzzles are going to kind of swap up. So while Znernicus is running around learning Split Up and hitting his DCW switch in Witchy World, that's going to give Oxylin time to go back and do his JRL puzzle. And then after that, the two of them are going to sync up going to Plateau. So while Oxylin is having his nice run around to the west zone, ooh, getting whacked by the Fruity. Znernicus, ooh, with a 78. Very close to a 79 on that puzzle, which is a pretty good average, I'd say. Alright, so looking at where they're at right now, it's really hard to say who's in the lead. I would still probably say that Znernicus has a slight lead. Just because of like how much time the route saves. Plus, Znernicus isn't having that bad of a run either. He's currently 3 seconds ahead of his PB on these splits. But, I mean, so is Oxylin. Oxylin is 22 seconds ahead of his splits as well. Ooh, almost falls off the Dive of Death. Collecting the notes. Alright, so both of them are in Witchy World right now. Yeah, I would definitely say that Znernicus is ahead at this point. Yeah, if they're both in Witchy World, all Znernicus has to do is learn Split Up, and then go hit the switch. Whereas Oxylin had to do a whole load of stuff. Alright, so I'm going to take this opportunity just to swap the audio over. Znernicus noticing he's a little low on the Dodge'em Dome. That's a pretty good shot. Yep, makes it to the button just fine. And he is out of there. So all Znernicus has to do is warp to Plateau, and then go to Clifftop. Meanwhile, Oxylin still has to open up JRL, so still a long ways to go. It's just the unfortunate part about running on the slower version. Even though you play well, you do everything right, you're still going to be just a little bit behind. Unless your opponent messes up. And this is a really terrible puzzle split up from Oxylin's JRL puzzle here. Like, none of his pieces went where he wanted them to. All of them kind of split up and went wherever, all over the frame. On NTSC, the route saves over a minute for sure. It's like a minute 10 or a minute 15 probably. Best possible time is on PAL. It probably wouldn't be as the best possible time in the old route on NTSC, which was 43:51. So I don't even know if saying like 44 minutes would be a good time, or a possible time even. I mean, a 45 for sure. Maybe even a low 44. Or a mid 44, I mean. Alright, Znernicus about to start his swim now. Meanwhile, Oxylin just collecting his notes on Plateau. But yeah, thinking about it more, I'm actually not sure, because I mean the route would have been like a little bit faster for Oxylin if he would have chose to do Pillars over Generator Cavern. But I mean, on top of that, like losing the ability to do the new route definitely costs a whole lot of time. Alright, Oxylin getting nailed by the Grunnydactyl. Yeah, Pillars on Pal just sounds terrible. About to get, ooh, didn't get meme signed. Oh, he couldn't get meme signed because he already took got the text cancel. Yeah, pillars are objectively harder on PAL than they are on NTSC because Banjo can't jump as high, which is why GGM early doesn't work, or Plateau early doesn't work, I mean. Alright, so Znernicus making it out of JRL just fine. Oxylin starting his swim now. Yeah, you can do GGM early on PAL. But you need grip grab to get to Plateau. Oxylin with a with a Monka S swim around the octopus, but he makes it just fine. Znernicus makes it past his boulder with 2 feathers remaining. Alright, red potion out of Znernicus. Yeah. And a bonk to boot. Alright, Znernicus makes it out of Klungo with a little bit of a sloppy Klungo too, but makes it out just fine. Oxylin making it to Pine Grove. He's about to start his Klungo 2 fight as well. A good way to juke the potions on Klungo 2 Znernicus is by jumping. Because if you jump, Klungo tries to throw the potion where you're at, and that's up higher. And so if you jump right before he throws the last potion, Klungo will throw it way over top of your head. And so, like, right when you're, like, standing by the gate, when he's, like, about to throw his 7th potion, you can, like, jump and then turn to the side and shoot. Oxylin making it through his blue potion. Yeah, he hit the wrong clone on the first one. Ooh. On that last one, shooting the blue egg into the real Klungo, he almost turned far enough to the right there, where he would have moved his hand out of the way of the egg, and it would have probably shot a clone. Alright, and Oxylin's make it out. So Znernicus is having a pretty good run so far. -4 seconds. That was a gold split, JRL split for him. So he's making it out ahead of time. Meanwhile, Oxylin's running at plus 2.8 on his splits as well. So a PB is definitely in the works for both of these players. But who knows what's going to happen? We'll have to find out. Alright, Znernicus on his way to GGM, about to start his Hag 1 fight. Jumping over the shoes and running all around. Sometimes if you roll into the box at just the right angle, you like perfectly miss the shoes, and then there's no going back. Sorcier 1. Alright, so Znernicus starting up his fight, collecting some blue eggs and grenade eggs. On fire eggs. How is he going to handle his Hag 1 fight this race? Very nice grenade quick shots. A little bit of lag shooting a few extra grenades, but it's always better safe than sorry. Ooh, aiming a little too low. Yeah, Znernicus. Znernicus going just for the fire eggs on the second phase. Saw that the aim wasn't there, and instead of just spamming grenade eggs over and over, may as well just try and get the best aim that they can get going. Beautiful grenade quick shots on that one. Yeah. I mean, being able to notice that you're not aiming well and like controlling whether or not that decides whether or not you're doing the grenade quick shot is like, I don't know, it's quick thinking, but overall it'll save you time. And Oxylin starting his Hag 1 fight now. 3 phases behind. Not only is it hard to do the proper inputs for the grenade quick shot all the time, but also it's just really easy to panic and press the wrong buttons or press a button too many times. Like if you do something wrong and you try and panic and fix it while trying to dodge the shots all at the same time, like sometimes you just get hit because you can't help it. Alright, Oxylin opting to just shoot fire eggs at Grundy. Not quite at the right aim height though, but he makes it. Znernicus running his clockwork inside to blow up the first of Hag 1's big Baza batteries. Sorry, Biga Baza batteries. Yeah, I mean 10, that's just a muscle memory that comes as you play the game. Like eventually you just don't even think about what buttons you're pressing and you just do it. It's just like something that's true for like practice and stuff, and I know Mumbo Token said this before, but it's just like if you do something the same every single time, then you just get used to doing it. And that works both positively and negatively, unfortunately, but for the positive things, it definitely helps you get better. Alright, Znernicus blowing up his second battery now. He's almost done with his fight, only has 1 phase, and he's currently minus 19.7 on his splits. We could be seeing a ginormous PB from Znernicus here. This is a surprise to everyone, assuming he hasn't uploaded this to the leaderboard yet. Znernicus cycling his eggs one too many times, having to go back to his blue eggs. Znernicus not even Not even switching his eggs, just staying on fire eggs. Unfortunately, now he's on Clockworks, so now he does have to switch his eggs. Cyanide and mustard gas flavor, my favorite. Alright, Znernicus with 1 health left. Going into the final phase, finishes with a 45-36. Congratulations to Znernicus on the 32-second PB and a gold split with a 6:27 Hag 1 segment. That's pretty good. GG to Znernicus. We now turn our attention back to Oxylin to watch the end of his Hag 1 fight. Taking a little bit of damage from the lasers. He's probably going to have to grab some health. I mean, luckily he's got a bunch over there, so. Ooh, taking another damage, and now he's on the front of the drill. This is a really bad spot. Not only is he at the front of the drill, but he's also kind of pinned up against the wall. This is definitely not a good spot to be shooting from. Ooh, jumping all the way to the back. Oh no, he might end up missing a cycle. Oh yeah. Shot at Clockwork a little bit too late. Now he's going to be missing the drill cycle. I think Oxylin's going to have to grab some of the health, otherwise he's going to die. Ooh, but the drill's going to be... Oh, the drill just drove right over 2 of the health. Not looking good for Znernicus. Or for Oxylin, sorry. Oxylin choosing to walk all the way over to the back of the drill instead of shooting an egg in first person. And because he spent so long walking, he missed another cycle. Going into egg aim. Oh no, he's got 1 left. And he died. Oxylin died. Back to GGM with you.